everywhere, you be grass cutter.
There's a new announcement of a new security chief in town. The number 2 top policeman you can find in Ghana. Helen, what does the letter from the presidency say?
All right. Well, it's dated the 17th of July, 2024. President Akufo-Addo appoints COP Christian Tete Yohonu as Deputy IGP in charge of operations. Now, the President of the Republic, Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, has appointed Commissioner of Police COP, Mr. Christian Tete Yohonu, as the new Deputy Inspector General of Police in charge of operations. This appointment is pursuant to the advice of the Police Council at its meeting held today, Wednesday, 17th July 2024, during which COP Yohonu's exceptional credentials and dedication to duty were acknowledged. COP Christian Tete Yohonu is a distinguished law enforcement officer with a career spanning over 3 decades and has held various key positions within the Ghana Police Service. President Akufo-Addo extends his heartfelt congratulations on his well-deserved appointment and wishes him the very best in the discharge of his duties. Signed, Eugene Ahin, Director of Comms Office of the President.
Adib Sani is joining us. He's the chief servant at Chatike. Adib, good morning and assalamu alaikum to you.
Good morning. Wa alaikum assalam, my brother.
This appointment that came from the presidency yesterday, is it well-timed or ill-timed?
It's ill-timed, even though it might be well-intended. Like, timing is of the essence. And so if you don't get your time right, something you intend doing to better Ghana might be received with mixed reaction, like it is happening with the appointment of this deputy IGP in charge of operations. Indeed, nobody can challenge the experiences and the capability of COP, now Deputy IGP Tete Yohonu. I've known him way back. Indeed, I have worked with him and others in coming out with a new legislative instrument on the control of small arms and light weapons in Ghana, even though it's yet to reach Parliament. And I know what he is capable of. However, let's put some few things into perspective.
Tell me.
Okay? In the past, there was so much confusion about the hierarchy within the police service, which was riddled with a lot of clashes and overlapping and all that. And so a committee was put together called the Philip Archer Committee.
That's correct, 1999.
Absolutely. That came up with some recommendations, including the appointment of 2 deputy IGPs. Okay? And it was the same committee that recommended the rank of Lance Corporal, because at that time there was a constable, then constable before you, it will take you about 8 years before you get to corporal, okay? And so, and that time too, there was a first class constable, second class.
Right.
But they said, no, constable, you have to get a lance corporal before corporal and all that. And since then, it has been so. And there was, at that time, appointment of 2 deputy IGPs, and later, I think some of them became IGP. I've forgotten the names. Up until 2012, when the CI 76 came. And under the CI 76, fine, there can be a deputy IGP. However, there cannot be a deputy IGP in charge of this and another deputy in charge of that. It is a deputy IGP. You get me? So that is where the problem is.
I see.
Why deputy IGP in charge of operations? What are the intentions?
What do you suspect?
How related? Well, I am extremely cautious, and as a criminal researcher, I've learned to talk with empirical hindsight. Okay, I have spoken with some persons who matter within the rank and file of the police, and I've also spoken with a section of the population with some thinking that, hey, I hope it's not anything related to our elections. I hope it's not something tantamount to undermining the IGP or taking over his operational powers so far as the election is concerned. Well, let me play the devil's advocate. That is what some are thinking, and for me, I am yet to get to the bottom of it. But on the face value, it looks so. Even though, in the end, he's supposed to report to the IGP, but to some extent, having a deputy specifically in charge of operation means really you are in charge of operations. I mean, making it look like when it comes to operations, the person might even be more powerful than the IGP. If it were a deputy IGP, fine. But for operations,
I see where your concern is. Now, we do know that the Konkonsa police report is supposed to be on the president's table now. He's supposed to take certain actions. Parliament is also supposed to take certain actions. Those actions have not been taken, but the president has gone ahead to appoint this new individual who already is in the service and was actually playing the number 2 role anyway, to come now to officially say, go and take on operations. In that Konkonsa police report, which I'm sure you have read thoroughly, it says that election security must be made transparent so that the doubts that were cast by COPLS, Mensa, Superintendent JB, and Superintendent Nasari will not filter into the elections. Do you get a sense that this appointment has been made so that it literally takes away that, operational, what do you call it, day-to-day running of that election security, particularly in internal security during that time, from the hands of IGP Dampari, and to give it a new face so that the mistrust in the public domain doesn't fester?
Absolutely. Because currently, the Konkonsa police report is even bristled with a lot of...
92.7.
Hello, Adib.
What exactly is going on?
Adib, I didn't get the first part of your comments.
Okay, so I said it's one of the issues that has come up. And some of us are bamboozled as to exactly what is going on, especially after the chairman came out to say, no, that is not the report. So it left a lot of us confused. What exactly is going on, And so the police report itself is a contentious issue because we don't know what's going on. Then from nowhere, this appointment is made. That is why I said it is wrong timing, because when you look at the merits in detail of the whole Konkonsa thing, it so presupposes that this IGP is not too friendly to us. Why don't we remove him and get a friendlier IGP? Okay, and it went through the mill. Then the IGP continued with his work, and I've been working quite closely with him. Less than 2 weeks ago, at 12 midnight, I worked closely with him at 12 midnight. Get his men on the ground to go prevent a catastrophic situation in Kandai. Okay. Indeed, thanks to his timely intervention, 2 lives were saved, Johnny. 2 lives were saved. An old woman, over 90-year-old woman, and a toddler. When the youth went to burn the house belonging to the Fulani chief in that town. Okay? And he's been working. So I'm wondering where this is coming from. Are we not disarming him and getting someone to maybe in an attempt to get him to do our bidding? But the COP, Tetanyao, I know, is very professional, and I will be shocked to be honest with you, I will be shocked if he is in any way tainted.
My final question to you, sorry. Franklin Kujo of Imani Africa, he put this up on his Facebook page. The best strategy for winning an election is to give a true account of your stewardship to the people. You may cause all security forces and their commanders to look the other way, but they have souls and buy from the same market. Above all else, they value their professionalism above party politics. The people aren't stupid. What do you think?
Absolutely. For anyone to think that the police service or the military or the electoral commission can win them an election, I'm sure they would have to wake up to a rather different reality. In the end, and Johnny, I've always stated, look, one of the major things that has kept us safe and peaceful as compared to Niger, Mali, Burkina Faso, and the rest is the fact that Ghanaians know on December 7th they would go and exercise their powers.
Okay.
So if you take that away from the people, you create a state of hopelessness and nothing to lose. And that would be a recipe for disaster. So I've always indicated, look, if you want us to consolidate our peace, I beg you, respect the will of the people, whether it goes the way of the NDC, whether it... In the end, Ghana should win.
Adib Sani, we're grateful for your time. This evening is the chief security man at Jatike, and he joined us here on Sunrise on 3FM 92.7. We'll take a quick break. When we return from the break, we'll see what we can do with the final minutes of the show. If we can hand the mic over to you and for you to tell us what exactly you think. Stay with us. This is Sunrise, 49 minutes after 9 on 3FM 92.7.
Your health is worth protecting.
Do you know only one pharmacy can be within a 400-meter radius? Well, if you're covered by Nationwide Medical Insurance, you don't ever have to worry about 400 meters. Nationwide's mobile medicine delivery service allows you to enjoy